Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into a short film that will make you think twice before telling even the smallest white lie. It's called Don't Lie, and trust me, this one is a masterclass in building psychological dread. So grab your popcorn, turn down the lights, and let's get into it. The film opens on a seemingly ordinary evening. We meet our protagonist, Mark, a young professional who appears to have it all together. He's on the phone with his girlfriend, Sarah, and right away we get a sense of unease. He's telling her he's stuck at the office, buried in work, and won't be able to make their dinner date. He sounds convincing, apologetic even, but as he hangs up, the camera pulls back, and we see the truth. He's not at the office. He's at home, lounging on his sofa, casually scrolling through his phone. This is the first lie, and it seems harmless enough, right? We've all done it. Cancelled plans with a little excuse to get some alone time. But in this film, that small act of deceit is the trigger for everything that follows. The director does a brilliant job of establishing this mundane reality before completely shattering it. The apartment is stylish, modern, but there's a coldness to it. The lighting is slightly dim, creating long shadows that seem to stretch and move in the corner of your eye. Almost immediately after the phone call, strange things begin to happen. A faint scratching sound comes from the hallway closet. Mark dismisses it, probably just the building settling or a mouse. He turns up the volume on his TV, trying to drown it out. But the sound gets louder, more insistent. It's not a random noise. It sounds deliberate. Scratch, 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 scratch. The sound design here is incredible. It's so crisp and clear that you feel like it is happening in your own home. Mark, getting annoyed, gets up to check. He yanks open the closet door, and nothing but just coats and boxes. He sighs, a little unnerved, but shakes it off. He closes the door, and as he turns around, we see it. For just a split second, reflected in the dark screen of his television, a tall, slender figure is standing right behind him. He doesn't notice, but we do. And that's when your heart jumps into your throat. This is where the film really starts to play with your mind. Is the figure real, or is it a manifestation of his guilt? Mark goes back to the sofa, but the atmosphere has changed. The silence in the apartment is now heavy, oppressive. His phone buzzes. It's a text from Sarah. "Hope work isn't too bad. Thinking of you." The message, meant to be sweet, now feels like an accusation. The guilt is visibly eating at him. He decides to make a drink, maybe to calm his nerves. As he's in the kitchen, he hears a new sound, a soft, whispery voice. It's indistinct, like a radio caught between stations. He freezes, listening. The voice seems to be coming from the living room, where he just was. It says something, and this time he makes out a single word: liar. He whips round, his eyes wide with panic. The living room is empty. He's breathing heavily now, sweat beading on his forehead. He calls out, "Who's there? Is this a joke?" Only silence answers him. The entity in this film is terrifying, Because it's not a monster that jumps out and attacks. It's a psychological tormentor. It feeds on his lie, on his guilt, and uses it to break him down piece by piece. He tries to rationalize it. He's tired, stressed from work. His mind is playing tricks on him. He decides to call Sarah. Perhaps hearing her voice will ground him. He picks up his phone, but the screen is glitching. Instead of his home screen, there's a single typed sentence. Why did you lie to her? This is the turning point. The supernatural is no longer subtle. It's directly interacting with him. He throws the phone across the room, shattering the screen. Panic has fully set in. He's trapped. The entity isn't just in his apartment. It's in his technology. It's everywhere. He makes a run for the front door, desperate to escape. He fumbles with the locks, his hands shaking. He finally gets the door open and stumbles out into the hallway, only to find that it's not the hallway of his apartment building. It's an exact replica of his own living room. The same sofa, the same TV with the reflection of the figure, the same closet door. He's in a loop, a prison constructed from his own lie. He screams. A raw, terrified sound. He runs to the new front door, tears it open, and again, he's standing in his living room. The camera work here is disorienting, using quick cuts and shaky cam to put us directly into Mark's panicked state of mind. Each time he enters the room, something is slightly different. The first time, a picture on the wall is crooked. The next, a book is on the floor. The entity is toying with him, enjoying his terror. He collapses onto the floor, defeated. The whispering is back louder now, surrounding him. It's a chorus of voices, all repeating the same word, Liar, Liar. Liar, Liar, he covers his ears, but he can't block it out. The sound is inside his head. And then the figure appears. It's not a reflection anymore. It materializes in the center of the room. It's tall and gaunt, with limbs that are too long, and its face is a smooth, featureless mask. It doesn't move aggressively. It just stands there, radiating a palpable sense of judgment. It points a long, skeletal finger at Mark. Mark is sobbing now, broken. I'm sorry, he chokes out. I'm so sorry. I won't do it again. I'll tell her the truth. The figure tilts its head as if considering his plea. The whispering stops. The oppressive atmosphere seems to lift for a moment. There's a glimmer of hope. Maybe that's all it wanted. An admission. A promise to be honest. The figure slowly lowers its hand. It takes a step back, seeming to recede into the shadows. Mark watches, still on the floor, relief washing over him. He takes a deep, shuddering breath. He's survived. He's learned his lesson. He scrambles for his shattered phone. The screen is a spiderweb of cracks, but it lights up. He has a new text message. He squints, trying to read it. It's from Sarah. It says, "Who is this? Mark's been with me all night. We just finished dinner." And that's the final brutal twist. The screen goes black. The implication is chilling. The person we've been following, the Mark who lied and was tormented in the apartment, wasn't the real Mark? Was he a doppelganger, a spirit, or was the entire experience a hallucination created by the entity to punish the real Mark, who was in fact out with his girlfriend, completely unaware? The film doesn't give us a clear answer, and that ambiguity is what makes it so terrifying. The horror isn't just about what happened in the apartment, it's about the complete breakdown of reality. Don't Lie is a fantastic piece of horror filmmaking. It proves you don't need a huge budget or elaborate special effects to be truly scary. All you need is a simple, relatable premise, small land, the skill to build tension and psychological dread around it. The sound design, the cinematography, and the pacing are all perfectly executed to keep you on the edge of your seat. It leaves you with a deeply unsettling feeling and a very simple, very powerful message. The truth might be difficult, but a lie can create a prison with no escape. What did you guys think of that final twist? It completely floored me. Let me know your theories down in the comments. What do you think the entity was, and who was the man in the apartment? I'd love to hear your interpretations. Thanks so much for watching and dissecting this creepy short with me. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss our next dive into the dark and terrifying world of short horror films. Stay safe and maybe, just maybe, be a little more honest. See you next time.